Sometimes the best gift to give is the fountain of youth.
Ooh, Everyday Kentucky's Dave Baker has details on how Plaxaderm helps you achieve a younger look in just minutes.
Welcome back into Everyday Kentucky. You know, everybody celebrates a birthday each year, and on that day, we don't feel like any older, right? But maybe if you look in the mirror, maybe you look a little older. Sometimes your age has nothing to do with looking older. And today we're going to be talking about Plaxaderm. I'm sure in the past 5 years, you've seen the TV and social media ads. So welcome in lifestyle contributor Melinda McKinsey, who wants to show you how you can look younger in minutes. Hey, Melinda, how you doing?
Hey, it's so nice to talk to you today about Plaxaderm, which is simply a serum. Have you seen it before? You put on clean, dry skin. We've been around about 5 years now, so it's exciting to show all the photos and videos we have to show different skin types on what Plaxaderm can do for you so your skin looks fresh.
And so what happens with this, Melinda, before we get to those photos, is it kind of focuses on the areas that are hard to cover up. Am I right about that?
You're so right about that. And you know what? I've been using Plaxaderm every day for the last 5 years. I use it underneath my eyes, the forehead lines, a little bit around these laugh lines. I don't have fillers or injections. I'm 61 years old, and I feel like it really lets my skin look fresh. It gives me a lot of confidence.
Okay, so I think we've got pictures that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
And so let's see. Before and after, Laura, Penny, and Rose.
Yes, and so what we're showing you here is what it can do around the mouth. Those little tiny mouth lines, if they bother you, if your lipstick runs into them, or if you feel like there's a lot of focus on them, put the smallest amount of Plaxaderm on clean, dry skin, and as you can see, it lets that area look nice and fresh.
Wow. Okay, so next up, Maria, Rita, and Samantha.
Yes, so these are really great examples of under the eyes. Under the eyes seems to be the biggest focus where you either look tired or people really notice the most. Whether you're young, whether you're old, whether you have the puffiness or the dark circles, once you put Plaxaderm on and let it rest for 10 minutes, you're going to have 10 hours of usage.
Wow. So you can see results that quickly?
You know what? You really can. Here's what I tell people after using her for 5 years. When you put it on clean, dry skin, make sure you don't have oils or lotions on your fingers.
Okay.
When you let it rest for 10 minutes, you're going to notice a difference in under 2. The reason we ask you to let it rest for the full 10 is we want you to have that full 10 hours of usage.
Okay. So next up, we've got Mona, Carol, and Don, I believe.
Yes. And so Mona is an example of what happens around the eyes. Carol, we've got around the mouth, and Dawn, the forehead. What we're doing is showing just different areas of the face where Plaxaderm can work. Remember, no matter what your issue is, whether you have the crow's feet, whether you have the laugh lines, even the dark circles or the puffiness, put the smallest amount of Plaxaderm on your skin. It's highly concentrated. Let it rest for 10 minutes, and then you're good to go.
Okay. And this is not just for women. It's for guys like me that are that are a little more advanced. But as guys, we're not the best at like a daily regimen or a certain time. How does that factor into using Plaxaderm?
Right. I love that you just said all of that, because the reason that the men love it so much is that it's easy. You don't have to read a manual. You don't have to know anything beforehand. If you've never used any kind of skincare, all you do is take the smallest amount of Plaxaderm, tap it on your skin, let it rest. And as the men have shared with us, it's nice because their skin still looks like their skin. Nobody knows they have anything on.
Sure. Want to take a look at one more, Ellen, Robin, and Jill.
Yes. And so again, these are great examples of multiple areas on your face, wherever you want your Plaxaderm for your skin to look smoother. So just remember, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you've taken care of your skin your whole life and it's sensitive like me, or you have rough skin and you've never taken care of it, don't worry. Clean, dry skin, smallest amount. It's highly concentrated. Let it rest for 10 minutes, and then you just wash it off at the end of the day.
Let me ask you one other thing, Melinda. Everybody talks about how work has changed, how life has changed, pre-pandemic, post-pandemic. Did people become more aware of what was going on with their face and skin when they were on all these Zoom calls like we are?
Yeah, you know what? I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because here's the thing. Yeah, everything feels different, but during this time, we spent more time in front of the cameras, whether on our phone or on our laptop, and we started looking at ourselves more, and we became a little bit critical. So the great thing about Plaxaderm is you don't need a doctor's office. You're in charge of it every single day, and our number one issue has been underneath the eyes. And I think that's why Plaxaderm really took off, is people just started looking more in the mirror and more in the camera and said, you know what, I want a little bit of boost here, and I want to be able to take care of it myself.
Sure. Okay, so if you like what you have seen and heard, it's time to try Plaxaderm, and you can do that today as part of our Everyday Kentucky special for just $14.95 with automatic shipping by visiting Plaxadermtrial.com, or you can visit the number on our screen. Thanks, Melinda. We appreciate it very much, you being with us, and we'll be right back on Everyday Kentucky.